everyone, jennabugger here, and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 5 of my 12 builds of Christmas. Now today isn't necessarily a very Christmas build. I mean, I did throw in some Christmas elements, don't get me wrong, but this one's more kind of celebrating winter. So this is a cafe, and I actually got inspiration from this. There's a bar or a brew pub that is up around here in Michigan. My parents went to it. I didn't actually go to it, but I saw pictures and they had like globes that people could go in and hang out in. So I was like, you know what, that would be really great to do, you know, revolving around winter. So that's where I got the idea from. So I don't stick with this, you see the furniture in that first globe. I don't stick with that. I decided I wanted to make it more of a uniform theme, because at first I was like, oh, I'm just gonna make it really like eclectic and kind of coffee shop feeling and everything, but I decided not to go for that. So in a minute it's gonna pop back to it being completely empty in there. So yeah, right here. So now I start with I wanted to get a lights in here that really kind of felt very kind of like icicle or snowy. I had a little bit of an issue with that. Yeah, I think that's probably the thing that took me the longest to decide on, to be honest, was were these dang lights. So yeah, but I eventually choose something, and I think it works. Up in here, see, I'm just like going through all of it, like maybe I'll just like put a just like table lamp just suspended in the air or something, and then for some reason I forgot that you can size down stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Oh, that's just my brain, I guess. But I finally, sized it down. I was like, okay, here we go. And then here, I wanted to just really go with the, snow type of color scheme. I was thinking of doing like the really warm wood and white, like I did in my Christmas family home, the master bedroom. But then I saw these chairs. I mean, I've seen them before, but and then I was like, oh, maybe like just kind of a snowy woods type of theme. So I decided to put those in here. I really wanted to put a coffee table, because I mean, there's coffee here. So I had to include at least one coffee table, and so here I am just trying to fit everything around. And you know what, I didn't even test this out, guys. I tested to make sure that the Sims would be able to walk into the globes, because without move objects on, I wasn't actually able to place the inside archway. So I was a little concerned about that, but it works just fine. I did want to test this out, but I completely forgot. Yeah. It should be fine, I think. Yeah, let's see if I remember to test it. And if you see that it's changed from this, then I ended up remembering to test it, and I had to fix it. It didn't work, and I had to fix it. So yeah, so here I am just trying to put some little decorations. I didn't want it to be really like a lot. The coffee shops that I like are eclectic, and they like have just stuff kind of just I don't know how to describe it. I mean, I'm sure you guys know, like a local coffee shop even Starbucks a little bit, you know. They have like local artists sometimes, you know, their paintings on the wall and like all that kind of stuff. So I was trying to do that. And then here in this globe, I wanted to do a gaming table because again, some of my favorite coffee shops have board games available. So I wanted to include a gaming table so they could play. I think that I was just testing to make sure that it was the right color wood because I didn't want it to be like I you know, each globe had like they were obviously decorated differently, but I wanted them to still have kind of like the same color schemes and all that kind of stuff. So and obviously this one I decided to add that Christmas tree in the corner. Like I said in the beginning, you know, I did throw in some Christmas stuff, but it, you know, not really losing my train of thought, guys. I've not had that much coffee this morning. I had like half a cup and then it got cold, and today I'm actually going grocery shopping and doing some last minute Christmas shopping, and so I was planning on, you know, stopping by Starbucks. So I try to limit my caffeine intake. I mean, honestly, I would drink coffee all day long. Well, maybe not all day long, but like up until like maybe 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would drink coffee all day long. Some issues with that though is, number one, it would not allow me to get my water intake, which is very important because the number two reason is I'm still nursing my daughter, so I need to, you know, hydrate, and you know, I'm trying not to have my daughter be even more hyped up than she already is. So yeah, I totally would drink. I mean, I used to drink coffee all day long before I was pregnant with my daughter. So yeah. And then in here, I wanted to make sure that there was a table that people or the Sims could sit at. You know, maybe they wanted to sit in one of the globes, but they didn't want to really just chill out on the couches, but like they wanted to have like a nice, just sit at the table with their coffee, or maybe they got some food or whatever, you know. So I wanted to make sure that one of the globes had an actual table to sit at. And then I just added this basket here. I know it kind of looks, it's more like a pool type of basket, you know, like summer basket, but I figured, you know, throw in some cloths in there, like, you know, maybe out in these globes, like the people that work there might not be able to get to them as quick, so like, you know, there's some rags there and stuff in case there's like a little spill or something, so you can just grab the rag and clean it up, you know, no big deal. Then also I wanted to add this bookcase out in one of them, so they had, you know, they could read and everything. Because again, like another thing that I like about some of my favorite coffee shops is they have bookshelves, you know, books and stuff that you can borrow and read while you're there. Because sometimes you forget to bring a book to read, you know? Or maybe you get there and you decide that, you know, I really want to read a book. So, but that wasn't the plan, so you didn't bring one. Yeah. Anyways, this door right here from, I believe, Get Together, it just really reminded me kind of like kind of snowy and icy and everything, so I had to use it. The windows, on the other hand, I had a little bit more difficulty, but then I just decided to go with these from Cats and Dogs that they're just really, you know, big and let in a lot of light, and losing my train of thought again. They really will let the Sims like look out and look at the snow and everything. So that's my reasoning behind there. And then here I was just checking out the two different ones. I've never built a coffee shop before, so I didn't realize that they had just one blank and then one with the like machines and stuff. So yeah, I guess that gives you a little more option. Because at first I was like, why would they even do that? But then I guess it gives you more customizing options, which I guess is good. And then I just add a little bathroom here. Yeah, and then pulling these tables in back into the inside, because of course I wanted to make sure that there was some seating inside, because not everybody wants to go out in the cold just to get a seat. So I had to make sure that there was a couple inside, and I want to make sure that there was a really big table. That's one thing that I tend to not like about a coffee shop is if they don't have a nice big table. Like there was this one coffee shop I went to like a long time ago, and they offered board games and stuff, which, you know, is a plus, but they did not have a table big enough to really play a board game. Like, you had just enough room to like have the board game out. Like, where are you supposed to sit your coffee down? Are you expecting me to hold my coffee the entire time while trying to, you know, play this board game? No. Really annoying. So I want to make sure there is a nice big table in there. Here I just kind of thought it would be, you know, this table I actually took inspiration from like Starbucks. You know, they usually will have like, you know, coffee, which these are spice containers, but I think that it looks like coffee beans, you know. But you know, they usually have the coffee for sale and like the mugs and stuff, and I thought that maybe that basket there would be, you know, you could pick up some fresh fruit if your sim wants to or whatever, you know. Now I put this Christmas tree in here. The inside I did more. There's some more blues in the inside. Anyways, I did test this big table, the 2 chairs closest to the tree, and my sim, she was able to sit in them just fine. So, yep, adding a little trash can, because I'm really trying to remember the trash cans after, you know, when I forgot to place it in, what is it? What was it? My holiday starter? Yeah. I'm just trying to learn from my mistakes, you know? So, the bathroom is very, very simple. I try not to go too overboard in just these small little bathrooms. There's not a whole lot of room, you know. I make sure you have the necessities, you know, the toilet and the toilet paper, you know, the sink and the mirror, and, you know, and then, you know, I add the little soap thing, and a little towel, which, I mean, I probably wouldn't use that, but, I mean, I don't think they have, like, a paper towel dispenser or anything, so, yeah. So, you know, one thing I did forget to do was actually go in with the ceiling lights and switch them around, but, you know, to be honest, I don't think I just wanted it to be nice and bright in there, kind of taking from, like, when there's snow on the ground and it's sunny out and it just is really, really bright, you know? That's kind of what I was going for with that. Now, I'm not super happy with these pathways. Like, I didn't want to have, like, a very strict, like, set in stone pathway. I wanted it to feel kind of like people were just treading there. I did briefly think about adding a door on the side of the actual coffee shop, but I decided against that. So here I am putting the fire pits out. You know, I don't think I've ever been to a coffee shop that has like a fire pit type of thing, but I think I would really like it, just sitting by the fire and drinking coffee. I think that'd be really fun. And and the outside I really wanted it to just feel like very just one with nature, I guess. So I did those log chairs. I did the like rock chairs, which now that I think about it, people probably wouldn't really sit on because it's gonna be really, really cold since it's winter and the rocks are, yeah. Anyways, I definitely use these pre-lit trees quite a bit. I just wanted it to make sure there was enough light, and still didn't think there really was, so I wanted to add a little bit more light, which is why I'm adding these little end tables. I did test out a couple of the chairs next to them, and it worked fine. I didn't test out every single one, but it should be fine. Here, it was feeling a little empty over in this corner, and I wanted to add a little bit more just activities to do, so you didn't have to, like, your sim doesn't have to just sit by the fire. Like, that's the only thing they could do outside is sit by the fire. No, I wanted there to be a little something extra, so I thought I'd do a little words, Jen, words. A little just music performing area. And then here I remembered that I did not even put a flippin' roof on this place right here. So I'm working on that. I do stick with the kind of glass roof type of thing, like the globes obviously are. So the front part is the same, as you can see, and then of course the back part I had to keep as a roof because I think it'd be kind of weird in that tiny little bathroom to just have like complete like you could just look up and like if somebody was like climbing on the roof they could look down at you doing your business. Like that's kind of weird. So here I gave the great acoustics and the peace and quiet. That way it's good to go for the music aspect and then also for reading, since I did include that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are looking forward to more 12 Builds of Christmas. As always, I hope you will comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!